Imagine computers that chat with you, write stories, and translate languages. These are language models like ChatGPT, and they're getting super good at what they do. But how did these brainiacs come to be? From the early 1980s to their rockstar status today, we'll crack the code on how they work, the debate about how smart they really are, and how they're changing everything. Sounds fun, right? But are they just good at copying us, or do they really get it? In the world of artificial intelligence, big changes are happening thanks to super smart systems like ChatGPT. These AI champs have learned so much from tons of data and can understand and talk like humans, which is both super cool and kind of scary for some folks. This new wave of AI has stirred up a big debate, splitting opinions and making people wonder about what it really means to be smart and to think. Hofstadter, a big thinker, has some deep thoughts in ChatGPT that show just how much these brainy machines are shaking up our world and making us ask some big questions about life and intelligence. Once upon a time, back in the 1980s, a group of brilliant minds delved into the mysterious world of neural networks. Among them was a researcher named Michael I. Jordan, who in 1986 penned a groundbreaking paper that set the stage for something extraordinary. Recurrent neural networks, RNNs. Think of RNNs as wizards with special memory spells. They can remember things from the past and use that knowledge to predict what might come next in a sequence of events. Jordan's discovery added a magical touch to these neural networks by introducing what he called state units, which are like little memory capsules. With these state units, RNNs could now learn patterns and generate sequences of symbols, almost like composing music or telling stories. It was a pivotal moment that laid the very groundwork for what we now know as language models. In the early 1990s, another luminary joined the ranks of language model pioneers, Jeffrey Ellman. Drawing inspiration from Michael I. Jordan's research, Ellman stepped on a quest to train neural networks using real language data. Imagine him as an explorer setting sail into the vast sea of words. Ellman's neural network, a kind of digital apprentice, eagerly soaked up knowledge from a collection of 200 short sentences. Remarkably, this apprentice didn't need explicit instructions or coding to understand language nonsense. It learned to recognize where words began and ended, like spotting the boundaries of tiny islands in a vast ocean, and even grouped words together based on their meanings, as if sorting treasures into different chests. These discoveries were like uncovering hidden treasure chests in the realm of neural networks. They challenged the prevailing beliefs of the time, particularly those championed by linguistic Noam Chomsky. Chomsky had suggested that language learning relied heavily on innate structures within the human mind. However, Ellman's findings suggested otherwise. He argued that simply exposing neural networks to patterns in language could be enough for them to learn and understand. A revolutionary idea that turned traditional notions of language acquisition on their head. For many years, language models were like hidden gems waiting to be discovered. It wasn't until the late 2000s and early 2010s that their brilliance began to shine. Researchers such as Geoffrey Hinton, Ilya Sutskever, Andrew Ng, and Richard Saucher uncovered their potential by training bigger networks and vast amounts of data. They proved that with more size and data, these models could excel in tasks like understanding emotions in text and translating languages. This era also marked the birth of the first large language model by Hinton and Sutskever, revealing the true power of these models in handling complex language tasks. In 2017, Google Brain made a big splash with the transformer architecture. This new method, explained in the game-changing Attention Is All You Need paper, fixed a key problem with old-style neural networks. They struggle to understand long sentences. The transformer solved this by adding self-attention mechanisms. Imagine it as giving the model special glasses to see which words in a sentence are most important and how they connect. This upgrade made language models much better at handling longer texts and making them clearer. In 2018, OpenAI brought a new star to the language model stage, GPT, short for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Building upon the transformer architecture, GPT showed off what happens when you train a big model on lots of different data. Then in 2019, they rolled out GPT-2. Taking things even further, This upgraded version amazed everyone with its skills in writing, translating languages, and even learning new things without being taught directly. But the real showstopper came in 2020 with the grand entrance of GPT-3. It was a titan among language models, boasting a whopping 175 billion connections and 96 layers, the largest of its kind at the time. GPT-3 wasn't just big, it was incredibly smart too. People were amazed by its ability to chat like a human, create imaginative stories, and even learn new tricks with just a little guidance. This remarkable success set off a frenzy of interest and investment in language models. Big players like Microsoft, Google, and Facebook were all in the race to build their own supersized models, eager to unlock the secrets of AI conversation. As language models evolve, they're not just changing AI, they're reshaping the whole game and stirring up big debates about what it means to be smart and think. From their simple beginnings in the 1980s to now, where they're the driving force behind the AI revolution, language models have had quite the journey. But guess what? We're not done yet. With even more powerful models on the horizon, the story of language models is far from finished. In the world of AI, there is a heated debate stirring up between two camps. Those who think language models are just fancy tricksters, and those who believe they're the real deal. On one side, skeptics argue that these models are nothing more than advanced pattern matchers, pulling off impressive feats through statistical wizardry rather than genuine understanding. They see them as clever mimics, not true thinkers. But on the other side, supporters of language models argue that they're blurring the line between simulation and real understanding. They point to the model's ability to chat like humans, create original content, and even learn new stuff on the fly. For them, if a system can act and think like a human, then it's got to be a form of real thought, right? This debate even split the deep learning legends themselves, with Geoff Hinton and Yann LeCun taking different sides in the matter, and even Chomsky's long-held beliefs about languages are being questioned in light of these models' success. It's a clash of ideas that's shaking up the AI world, and the outcome is anyone's guess. Whether you're on Team Skeptic or Team Believer, one thing's for sure, language models are changing the game in AI. They've shown us the power of treating everything as language and teaching networks to predict outcomes. This clever approach has given us more versatile systems that can tackle all sorts of problems, from virtual assistants to even physical tasks like using tools. And as researchers keep pushing the limits with even bigger models, the possibilities seem endless. We're seeing language models popping up everywhere, from customer service chats to scientific research projects. They're automating tasks, making our lives easier, and opening doors to new discoveries. Get ready, because language models are about to turn industries upside down, from customer service to content creation and beyond. It's an exciting time to be in AI. As we approach the edge of the AI revolution, we must consider the impact and ethical concerns surrounding language models. While they offer great potential, there are also worries about how they might be used unfairly or affect society. It's crucial for researchers, policymakers, and everyone else to talk openly and work together to handle these challenges responsibly. Language models also bring up big questions about intelligence and understanding, making us rethink what we know about the human mind. As we blur the lines between simulation and real understanding, we are faced with some tough questions about imagination, automation, and what it truly means to think. It is a complex discussion, but one we need to have as we move forward with AI. The rise of language models like ChatGPT has caused a big change in AI. People are talking a lot about them and how they're shaping the field. We're not all sure if these models really understand stuff, but they're definitely making a big impact. As we explore this new area, it's super important to be careful and think about the consequences of using these models. The future of AI is happening right now, and it's up to us to make sure it helps everyone. We might not be making an all-knowing oracle, but one thing's for sure, the journey of language models is far from over. Well, will AI destroy the future of humankind, or will it make things easier? Let us know your views in the comment section below, and if you like this video, then do give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your tech friends, and for more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.